Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. Let's see, let's make sure we got audio. I can't tell if my mic's working. Audio. Awesome, we got audio. And I made it on time. Good morning again. A little late coffee. Well, as we all know, it's the beginning of, it's late fall, beginning of winter almost. And it's cold and flu season. And I'm telling you, I'm kicking it off right. Might as well get it done, get it out of the way. But I'm here, I made it. I left my notes out in the shop. We're gonna have to wing it today, but sometimes that's the fun thing. Biggest thing I want to talk about are the hex modules. It's been kind of a unique situation. Let's see here. Can I get over to the overhead? I was gonna have a friend help me, but I realized that I'm using OBS Studio for my cameras for switching, and not my EV Mux. So it's a little different situation, but it's all good. Let's try. There we go. So this is the latest and greatest. It was just added to the shop a couple days ago. I've got more modules coming. This is the final Hex. Oh. And these are the little feet and the little spacer. We're going to go ahead and assemble one of these. It's nothing like the T-Trak modules. These are extremely simple and actually really cool. I like the concept of it. We talked briefly last week on it. Today we'll talk a little bit more. And this would be, I'm working on a 6-pack. And so this is what you would receive in a 6-pack. You would receive 6 hexagons and 6 feet set or foot sets or whatever you want to call these little critters. They go on the bottom of the module to raise it off the table. There we go. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, old guy, Dave. Dave Smith, good morning. Good to see you guys. We're going to switch down to the top. So pretty much, I'm going to use CA glue for this. You can use white glue. You can use wood glue. There's not a lot you can mess up on these, which is really good. Pop these out. Now what I am using is I use 1/4-inch MDF. It's probably one of the most stable ply. I can't call it ply, but stable sheet good. I love Baltic birch and sandy ply, and that's all good when you put it together and you frame it up, because then you create a rigid box, like a torsion box. On these, it's pretty much just a flat piece. I live in an area where it can get really humid, and on flat sheet goods, it does wonders with wood. The nice thing with MDF, it's really stable. So now what I'm going to do is this. They call it Sarge. Looks like chevrons. This is the little spacer for the feet, and this one I have a line on. And all you have to do is just glue this small piece to the line. Little CA glue. And you don't need to do this. Again, it's your module. You can space your feet where you want. I want my feet off the edge just a little bit. So what I use these for is you just literally put it in the corner, take your foot, dab a glue on it, and it's as simple as that. Oops. And you don't need to use that. You could literally just set it on. I got some morning shakes. I think I need more coffee. What do you guys think? What brand of CA glue am I using? What I did is I bought a big bottle of CA off of Amazon. It was a larger one. And I like having extra CA glue around, but the only downfall with CA is you end up gluing the top on, or the top will rip off sometimes, depending upon how messy you are. And apparently I was messy with that bottle. But what I did is I bought a package of, I think it was like 6 of these bottles with different metal tips. And the nice thing about that is with the CA, once it might dry up, well, most likely it will. It'll dry up on just the tip. CA glue melts. So if you use a fire and you heat it up, it is flammable. Be careful. You just heat it up and it'll melt, and then you open up the tip, and it works great. It seals itself, and then it won't dry out. Now, believe it or not, we're finished assembling this hexagon. That's pretty much it. Now it'll sit through a 1/4 of an inch off the table, and you can do that with all your axes. Now, this is an edge piece. So when you have your hex and you put feet on it, this will sit down on the edge of your table. So you can square off the hexagons. So we're going to drop some feet onto this real quick. This one here, 5 feet's good. It will come with 6. And the bottles I got off of Amazon. Amazon. It's now a great source for just about anything. It's kind of addicting. There we go. Now, old guy printing. A friend of mine is watching today. I have a question for you, Dave. When do we get to see old guy printing? We see you retired your 2 printers. Can't wait to see what you replaced them with. I mean, hint, I already know, but curiosity. We'll get the cat for some. And there we go. Feet are actually installed. Oops. I found out if it doesn't stick right away, kind of wiggle it, smear the glue, and it sets real fast. And there we go. Now we have our 2 modules. Now, the track used is like for the straight. If you're going to do 1 track, there's some guys you can do 2 or 3 lines on a hex. I like the idea of 1. Just kiss, keep it simple, stupid. Now the track is 2. Oh shoot, I forgot already. 268. Uh-oh. I haven't had enough coffee. My modules are 1 millimeter shy, so it gives you a gap for wiggle room. So just in case you don't glue this down perfect, you still have a little working room. Now the idea with the straights, the best way to do it is, I want to use my license. You can use a credit card. So when you adhere your track to it, and you use your card, you can go flush with your card. That'll be your 1 millimeter roughly, depending upon your card. And you can glue or screw down your track to the hex. I'm going to go ahead and glue mine down. I'm not going to do it to this one yet, but this will give you an idea for the straights. Run a straight here. And then curves are simple. We're using the 20-170 and the 20-171. And just like that, put those two together. And of course, you'll have them glued on. All you have to do is, when you line up the track to the lines, don't go on the inside, go to the edge when you line it up on the curve. And there you go, just like that. And then you can start creating a cool little kingdom. 248, yeah. So I did my modules at 247, which between the two, it'll give you a 1 millimeter gap. Thank you. And then, there we go. Reach down into my box of tricks here. Look at this. This is the double. Still working on it. I love it. The only thing I'm holding back on is the height, because I want to be cool. I was talking to the one gentleman over in the UK and how they set theirs up, and they want to do a standard, which kind of makes sense, because when you do a standard, everything kind of matches up. The only thing you really need to worry about with hexes, due to the fact that the track and everything is pretty much not going to change, is just the height from the table to the top of the hex. And this one's really cool, a little hefty, but it's set up the same as the hex. You can do your curves, you can do two curves, or you can do a straight right on through. And then it gives you the opportunity to do a second level. Just like that. And then you could have another main going right through the bottom. Let's see. Oh, let's try this one where the camera can see it pop out. There it is. So it's fun and simple. It's really cool. It gives you another avenue on working on things. Storage for this is extremely simple. And just like the T-Trak modules or the mini dioramas, you can do so much with these. Now, if you're new into this and you'd like to learn more, there's a couple groups out on Facebook. I put the links down below. We have Hex-TRAK USA and the Hex Hive, which is out of the UK. Great information all the way around and good ideas. Can I remove the top of the double? On this one, it's really snug. So once it's together, it's together. On the one that I will put out to market, it will be less loose, I guess is the word I want to use, or not as tight. The one thing about when you assemble these, if you notice, you have all these little walls. And then when you put the walls into the bottom, the first Okay, so you hear it. It goes together really nice. And then when you're assembling the top to the bottom, these tend to move just a little bit. So then you have to line up every hole with every wall. So it can be a little bit of a challenge. I guess if you glued the walls to the base and then glued these together, put it together without glue on the top, you might be able to do it with no problems. I actually don't see a problem with that. I can make them a little looser if need be. But this is something you would assemble the track on as you build it. But again, it's your module. You do it your way. That's the fun part about it. And then the last piece I haven't shown you is the edge. And there's going to be other pieces coming along too. So with the edge piece, I can have my hexes. Let's go over. I'm running out of room. And then we can add our track to this. And with 3 pieces, you can make a half a circle. And of course, spam right off the get-go. 41 calls one day. 41 spam calls. Oh, gotta love it. Okay, and there we go. We have a half circle. So with just 4 hexes and 2 half hex, you could create a circle. Now for powering, I've seen people ask, how do you power? There's a couple different ways. One, you can use, this is Kato's 248018. Let's see, there we go. Can you see that? And this is the terminal unijoiner. Let me switch here. And I had an accident. I set these down on the coffee table, and one of my pups decided she wanted to play with it. So I'm going to have to redo this one, because apparently they enjoyed it and kind of ate the wire. But a little solder and some shrink tube will fix that. But with the unijoiner, it's actually really simple. I love Kato. I love the idea of Kato. Yeah, you could glue the top and leave the bottom unglued. That's the best thing about these is it's yours. Do it your way. You know, I like to ask questions and learn, but then I like to do it my way. And sometimes my way consists of other people's, between theirs and mine, which works really good. So normally your track would be glued down. But with the 1 millimeter gap, we'll bend these down right in the center. And it should give you just enough room between the modules when you snap them together. Just like that. And then now, you would plug this into, One, you could do it one of two ways. One, you could plug it into a Kato controller, which is really simple. And there you'd go. You'd have power to your track, or you could plug it into a DC CEX unit and run DC trains. Cool. Now these you can find in my store. I already have the hexes, I have the halves, and I do have the edges available online. I will be coming out with the doubles and some other bridges. Oh, I forgot a bridge. Did I bring it? Oh, I got a bridge. I'll have to show you guys this bridge idea I have. I know it's scary. Now, Dave, I have a question. On your channel, Old Guys Printing, when's your next video? Inquiry minds want to know. Morning, Stan. Thank goodness for reruns, right? Hope you have a good cup of coffee this morning. But yeah, I really do. Now I'm going to be honest about this. I love my T-Traks. They're number one. Between the mini dioramans and this, depending upon your space, I love this idea. But you do need more space. With the minis, you can get away with even smaller. I saw a gentleman out there. He did a mini circus on his end table around a light, and it looked cool. So the biggest thing is your imagination. The biggest thing, is that right? No. The best thing is your imagination. Let it go wild and have a little bit of fun. Okay. Back down in my box of goodies. Oops. Oh, I don't flex like I used to. Ouch. There we go. So I want to get going on the second levels. Put these two here. Let's go. Transition here. This will be a good idea. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is on these, when I do sell them, I'm going to be selling them, as singles, but I'll also sell a pair. So when you buy the pair, I'm going to add this. I will toss in a bridge when you purchase a pair of modules. But, oops. I'll get a couple of curves in here to give you a good idea. And when you go to power the top level, it's the same as powering the bottom. Nice thing is if you're running DCCEX, you can run both levels utilizing the same power unit. And there we go. Tell me that's not cool. Oops. Camera's falling. So this gives you one of many ways to bridge a gap. There's also the Kato single bridge that will also span this gap, so you can use theirs. This is just sweet and simple. It allows you to span the gap just with a simple bridge. I'll probably try to dress some up and make some really cool bridges as time goes on. But there we have it. The start of the Hex-TRAK. Actually, I find it really cool. and I'll try to have it at our next train show. We had a really fun show at the Urbandale Library here in Des Moines. My club set up there, and it was 3 days. It was set up on Friday, then we showed Saturday, Sunday. I didn't get a number count. We were expecting 800 people to show up, but the weather was kind of blah. So I'm not sure, probably about 600 if I'm right. Okay, you know what? Where's my EV mug? See if I can do this. I want to see if I can get. See, I'm still trying to figure out EV mugs, and there's a way to show your messages. I know, but I do not see it. Oh, comments right there. Does this work? Oh, it does. Hey, I figured it out. It'll be soon. Okay, Dave's working on on his site. Old guy printing. He just picked up a new bamboo. Okay, I just gave it away. But you ought to see what he does with it. He's working on a project I got a sneak peek of. Dude, that is so awesome. And he designed it from scratch, using nothing but photos and references like off of Google Earth. Well done. That's extremely well done. Can't wait to see that. Let's see here. Mr. Smith, start one. Start a club. There's a club not too far away from here. It's interesting on how they do it. It's not really a club per se. It's more of a group. Let's say that it's a group, and pretty much if you're a member in their email group, you're kind of a part of their group. And I understand it this way. You don't have to worry about bylaws and miscellaneous. And the guys actually work together great. So you don't have to do anything special. Just put a bug out, and hopefully people in your area that are in trains will find it. Stanley likes the bridge. Thanks, Stan. I'm happy with it. It's okay. It's. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of plain, but it does the job. And I bet you could paint it up and dress it up. Oh, I'm thinking about doing one with little openings all the way across, just for fun. And you can ballast all this stuff too. Don't be afraid of ballasting. Oops. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I've got that figured out. Oh, the group is also multi-scale, which is cool. I love that idea. I really, really do. Good guys. I love running into you guys at the shows. Okay, where's there we go. Let's see, anything happening right now? Oh, we do. We have a mixed freight sitting back here. Getting ready to cross over the bridge, maybe crew change. That's kind of cool. This is virtual rail, and I have a link for it down below. And they have all kinds of places. This just happens to be one of my favorite places due to the fact of the swing bridge. And it's located in Iowa, But there's a whole bunch of cameras all over the states, which is really cool. What is the name of the group, Stan? Curiosity, if you have a name, or I think you do. Oh, we got a few more minutes here. Next week, I'd like to talk about old men printing. I'd like to talk a little bit more about 3D printing and in-scale model railway, just because of how far we've come with this. One day I'll show you guys my first printer, and it's a very unique piece. And then the modern. I'm going to switch the camera here too. Let's move that off the table. These are little containers. Now, to do something this small, what it used to be, you definitely see the layer lines. But with the new printers and the new software, let's see, I don't know. Oh, my light's off. Let's get some light going over here. Oh, I don't know if this will focus or not. Oh, yeah. But I mean, check out that container. Now, this one was printed on the Bamboo Labs A1. And it fits that ship that I showed you guys last week. Fits it beautifully. Here's a white one. This one was, okay, this is also done on the bamboo. I can tell because of the texturing on the bottom. And that's white. Let's see if it'll focus on the white. No, it doesn't like the white. There we go. I mean, check that out. Now, I printed these at 0.16 layer height. And these turned out just phenomenal. And they stack pretty nice too. And then this one here was done on the Creality. And look at that print. So you can make a mini rail yard right on your module. Now they do have switches too for these, or that'll fit on these, and I can't wait to try a switch on a octagon. But yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about 3D printing next week. Iowa Central Modeler or Model Railroad. So if you guys are in Central Iowa and you're seeing this, you weren't aware of it, try to find the group, look it up. They're also at the train shows, like at the Boone show they were there, Des Moines. And you get to meet a lot of really cool guys. A couple gentlemen there, they're also in the G-Scale Club, which is really cool. I'll have to take you guys there one day and do a walk around on the G-Scale. It's in Merle Hay Mall. So if you ever get a chance to see the Merle Hay station, got to check it out. They're open on Sundays. And you can walk in for free. Donations are welcome. Okay, yeah, see, I need to say more about that because I am a part of the let's pop this up here. NMRA. Let's see here. There we go. Excuse me. As you can see, I'm starting to lose my voice. Yeah, it's that season. I'm kicking it off right. I'm probably going to be down for the next day or so, but it is what it is. I'll get you guys' orders out, though. I promise you that. Also, the NMRA is a worldwide group. They also have meetings once a month, Zoom meetings you can go on and check out. It's a Hex-TRAK group. They're online. They have a Facebook group and also a YouTube channel. And it looks like Mr. Cobble. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. But yeah, if you do any videos when you're showing it, I'd love to see it. That'd be awesome to share. And yeah, this is the Iowa Central Model Railroad Group. And they do have a Facebook page. And I do believe I am friended to them. I'll try to remember, and if I do, I'll put a link down below. But yeah, this is a good day. Great show. Thank you guys. Let me switch here. Switching back between EV Mux and OBS Studio is kind of unique. But I hope everybody has a great week. Let's see. We have Saturday will be Ryan Ballard. He does the show. Making it up as we go. I'm hidden in there somewhere, part of it. Great group of guys. We talk about CNC, 3D printing, lasers. Then Dave Gatton, if you're interested in CNC routers, he also does lasers and the old guy printing. So he, of course, 3D printers. Dave has got a show on tonight. There's a link down below to his channel. I have a lot of friends out. Just there, like I said, all the links are down below. Jimmy with DIY. He just recently put out a new video, and what we're going to talk about next week will be some of the models that Jimmy offers. There's a lot of really good models out on the internet. We'll discuss that, and I'll get some links together. But other than that, I hope everybody's had a great morning. Have a wonderful day. Stay dry if it's raining in your area. It is here. Stay healthy. Drink a lot of orange juice. That's what I'm going to do after this. And peace. Have a good one.